Hey Pepper people, Grandpa Lanky here is a little pissed I even have to do this video. God, I had something so much better planned for right now. I'm actually going to record that right after this one and probably put it out tomorrow. Because ResMed has gone and screwed stuff up today. This is actually serious news, and I don't even know how to really approach it, even though I've gone over this in my head multiple times. ResMed is doing some things that I feel are a little shenanigans. So I get this email the other day. Hey Jason, did you see the ResMed 11 update? They give me a link. And since these are made in Singapore, Congress should now be more worried about the ResMed 11 than TikTok. I wonder if our president uses one and if you just received this as an over-the-air update. Now, what the heck are they talking about? Now, this is straight from the ResMed website. The AirSense 11 device updates. What's new? Humidifier firmware update provides software improvements intended to help reduce the occurrence of humidification error messages. Nice. That was needed. What else? Acoustic signal. ResMed Air 11 now supports an optional toggle acoustic signal, which uses the acoustic sensor on the device to capture the sound characteristics from the mask. The sound characteristics from the mask are processed on the device into a digital signature, which is then sent to the cloud. No speech or sound is transmitted by the device. The collection of sound characteristics will aid ResMed in the development of new features. Like spying? If users would like to opt out, they can do so at any time. Opt out, not opt in. You have to opt out. At any time by navigating to the More menu from their device home screen and setting the acoustic signal toggle to off. It's already toggled to on when they did this over-the-air update. How freaking fantastic is that? I might be overreacting. I have become a tinfoil hat wearing lunatic later in life, and I don't even know how. I think it's I don't even know how. Listen to this because it's related. My wife and I once were talking about something very, I don't want to say it. It was very specific to something. It was super random. It wasn't like, I'm thinking about getting some new men's shoes. It was something very specific that you really never, ever talk about. I know I'm being vague on purpose. My wife and I were talking about it. Our cell phones were not in the room. Nothing else was in the room. And then all of a sudden, we start getting advertisements for this thing that we were talking about. This very specific thing. We never emailed anyone. We never searched for this information online. Yet, lo and behold, after this conversation, that night, not hours after it, all of a sudden we're seeing advertisements for this thing. Then we come to find out your Samsung TV is eavesdropping on your private conversations. Now, this was way back yonder. That's about when this happened. That's about when I started sizing my head for my tinfoil. That, in fact, this stuff is happening. Samsung fully said, oh, yeah. We need that information for third parties to help with other stuff. But we can find out from just things. God, I'm so sorry if this is getting political. Things like Facebook, they sell your information. Even the CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, has been heard saying that the users are dumb Fs for supplying their data to them. They sell your data. That's how they make money. Okay, so am I supposed to say like, oh, cool, ResMed 11? You're going to just listen in on me? No sweat. Oh, it's just digitized and sent to the cloud? Oh, cool. So sound characteristics are sound. They can fully be listening to what you're saying. And I'm 100% not cool with that. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you believe, but your privacy, your personal information, private conversations, those are yours and yours alone. If you want to supply them with that, that's great, but you need to be made well aware of something that personal and potentially that probing into your private life. That stuff really, really needs to be well known prior to purchase or taking possession of something like an AirSense 11. So what are we talking about? There's apparently a little sensor inside of these things that is a microphone. Now, if you look in here, on the very top of that, it's all gray, and you'll see a little white circle. If you stick your finger back in there and push on that white circle, you'll notice it's kind of it's like a material. It's something that it's not hard plastic, something that sound can go through. And that is where the sensor is located. Okay, we'll bitch about this in just a minute. It's there. So what they say you can do, and by the way, my tinfoil hat was on well before this. If you notice here, my machine is already in airplane mode. And because of that, I never received the update that you're supposed to get. But allegedly, you can click on more, and then you can scroll down and you'll see something for acoustic settings. Me, all you see is toggled on is airplane mode. So there's no information coming in, no information going out from my device, at least I think. If you're really paranoid like Grandpa Lanky here and you want everyone off your lawn, I would highly advise turning it on airplane mode. Now, if you have people monitoring your information, and why the hell would you? They're not, oh, AHI looks great. You just keep on doing it. Oh, but doc, I feel like crap. But AHI is great. Just keep on doing it. Yeah, monitoring is garbage. So just to let you know, that's what's going on. Now, my review of the AirSense 11 dropped even more. I really like the AirSense 10. So if you want to get an AirSense 10, and by the way, you can get them cheap, check out CPAPSupplies.com. This is a really awkward time to do this. Right there, AirSense 10 auto set with humid air, $960. Not too shabby. But what we really need to talk about is the Fisher & Paykel Solo. I just did my review of that. That's what my next video is going to be about, which is why I'm pissed this came up. May 1st, today, you can go on there, get a Fisher & Paykel Solo, use Lefty Solo. You get an exclusive discount from today until May 15th. After May 15th, the exclusive deal is done. Check the description box down below. If you don't know where it is, it's not above, it's below. Check the description box for information about this, some helpful links. Thank you for CPAP Supplies for sponsoring this video. I tried to keep it as apolitical as possible, but you know people spying on you. Guys, do you think I'm being too insane with this? I feel like I am, but then at the same time, I look back to things like that Samsung TVs are listening. I don't have Alexa, anything like that in my home. That's crazy. I do have my cell phone. I question that pretty much all the time, and I make sure it's away if I'm having really private conversations. There's been things in the past about, stories that are kind of hidden about the non-consensual moving of people who may or may not be older or younger, and that's kind of stuff occurring in Hollywood, and everyone thinks it's crazy. Give it 6 months and it comes out. Or crazy things like, hey, there's an island where rich and famous people, influential, powerful people go and do bad things to other things that may not want those things to happen. And you're like, that is nuts. And then it comes out about six months to a couple years later. I'm starting to feel like the difference between a conspiracy theory and fact is about 6 to 12 months. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Clean your stinky mask with some Mask Bright, available at Amazon. Thank you to all watching, but an extra thick thanks, buddy, to Doug Toombs, Jason Georgiades, Patricia Espelong, Sarvesh Joshi, Stuart Hetherington, Mona Swearingen, Chungchu Chen, Edward Steiner, Erin Stevenson, Deborah Permute, and Shannon Kerr, and another slightly less thick thanks, buddy, to all the other YouTube members, Patreon supporters, and other stuff.